your Mild Mannered Mage, and we are back with another episode of Breaking Boxes. And today we are still checking out the new, I guess we want to call it a core-ish set of Magic the Gathering. And that, of course, I'm talking about Magic the Gathering Foundations, which is supposed to be in rotation, I think they said for the next 5 years, which it's got some fantastic things in it, and I'm really excited to start diving into this set. Now, I'm still waiting on my my Play Booster box. Unfortunately, there was an error with the distributor at my local game shop, but I was able to get my hands on this booster, on this bundle. So I thought I would go ahead and break this open on camera, featuring, we've got the cover art of Tiny Bones. So he is making a return, last seen at the Outlaws of Thunder Junction. So what can we expect to find in this bundle? So we've got 20 traditional fulls, 20 regular 20 traditional full and 20 regular basic lands. We're going to have 9 play boosters, an alt art Phyrexian Arena, the box, and an oversized spin down counter. So really interested in getting into these 9 play boosters. So let's go ahead and get this bundle cracked open, and you can see I got this for $40 at a local game shop. I got this from, I think it was Infinity Gaming, I think was the name of it. Let me double check the name of that store. Infinite Gaming Respawn in Sanford, North Carolina, which is close to where I live. So that's a gaming shop that I check out. So major thanks to them for having this in stock. Whoa, lost something. And letting me purchase it from them. So be sure, if you are in North Carolina, to go check them out. So we've got, I think that's Giada, the really good Angel Commander. She taps for mana and lets your angels come in with 1/1 counters. Got this really cool box with Tiny Bones on it. So let's go ahead and get this open. Get some of this excess stuff out. We've got the 1/1 counter punch outs. There's Giada again. Oh, and then there is Mr. Loot. He's another card that I would love to get my hands on from this set. So here are, that looks like the regular lands. This looks like it has the Phyrexian Arena in it. We will check that out. Here are our 9 play boosters. So we'll set those right off to the side. And then, of course, I really like these oversized dice that Wizards has been making to go with these bundles. This one, I don't know if you can see it, is got a really nice sparkle to it. And I really like that. I'm digging the sparkle on it. And then on the 20, we've got the star of the Foundation symbol. But yeah, I really like these. I use these more for my counters, especially on planeswalkers or on creatures, or counting my tokens, especially my treasures or clues, because they're a lot easier to read for my opponents, so they know exactly how big something is or how many of something that I have. So I find that these oversized dice are really good for that. So alright, so we'll put that there. Okay, let's check out. And again, we know that these are going to be our regular lands here. Oh, Okay, so we've got 2 each of the regular, but it also has 2 each of the full art and then some how to play stuff. But I really like these full arts. You know, we're starting to see each set has its own full art land. Do y'all think that that's really, is that starting to devalue full art lands? Is it bringing the value down? Is it making them easier to come across? What do y'all think? And then again, the same thing. Oh, same exact thing. We've got 2 each of the regulars, and then 2 each foil full arts. So that is that's pretty cool. And then we have, here's our promo Phyrexian Arena. 2 black and 1 at the beginning of your upkeep. You draw a card and lose 1 life. Now, Phyrexian Arena has been around for a hot minute. Not a brand new card, but you know, in black, paying that additional life to get that extra draw, that extra card at the beginning of your upkeep is a good boon. And it is foil, and it does have, I think, a different art set on it. Is that right? Different art, or is it just foil? Let me double check. Alt art and foil. Okay. So that's pretty nice. All right. And then, as I said before, we have what I consider the main event of this box. We have our 9 play boosters featuring ya boy Johnny, which is one of the planeswalkers that I hope to draw from these 9. I've not yet seen an Ajani from any of the booster packs that I've opened so far. So when we get back from the break, we have 9 booster packs. We'll get at least 9 rares. Will we get more than that? My luck has not been really holding out on this particular set, getting more than 1 rare. But will we get more? What will we get? Join us after the break, and we'll see what we got. And welcome back to this episode of Breaking Boxes. I'm Seth, your Mild Mannered Mage, and we are checking out a Magic the Gathering Foundations bundle box. We've already gone through the land packs. We've checked out the Phyrexian Alt Art Foil promo card. We've taken a look at the oversized die, and now we're on to the main event. The 9 play booster packs. And before we jump into that, just as a thank you, here are a couple of arena codes. So again, just as a thank you for being here, hanging out with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the channel. Turn on your notifications, click the things, as they say, that make the dings, so that you know when the next video drops, so you know when I am uploading these videos, so you can be the first to grab these codes. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you that are following me on this YouTube journey. All right, as promised, here are the 9 booster packs. So starting on the right, let's start digging. Pack number 1. All right, getting through our commons. Oh, and then already a very good common, The Heir Apparent would love to make a token deck out of the Heir. Who would you run as a token commander for him? My initial instinct is to go with Rise the Redeemed, because he will double all your tokens, and he is green-white. And we've got for our first rare, Brass's Bounty, red and 6. For each land you control, create a treasure token. So this is great late game, especially if you are just straight 7 mana, or 7 lands for 7 mana. You're going to get 7 treasures out of this. So, but if you're doing some sort of acceleration, that's going to give you even more. Into a Stromkirk Blood Thief. And then we've got a Tranquil Co. I'm going to go ahead and just move this Phyrexian Arena over to our rares. And then we've got a Rat token. And then I had one more land that was in here, I think. Yep, this Secluded Courtyard. I'm going to set that over there as well. Keep my lands separate. But I think with this Heir Apparent, a Rise the Redeemed, because he's going to make... He can make tokens, but then you can pay 6 to tap him, and he will make a token for each token that you already control. So that's going to give you even more tokens. So I think that will be the way to go, at least for me. That is at least my thought on that. Pack number 2. Plus, with green, that does give you access to some ramp and some additional goodies. Get through the commons into our uncommons. That is an excellent reprint right there. I'm going to set that off to the side. Into a Leyline Axe. This actually helped me win in my pre-release. 4 mana for an equipment. If this card is in your opening hand, you may begin with it on the battlefield. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has double strike and trample. Equip cost 3. So I was able to start with this on the battlefield. I had a 1-drop creature, played right into 2 lands, equipped it on turn 3, and started swinging. I think it was a 1-drop 2/2 creature, so started swinging for 6 damage on turn 3. So that was really clutch for my pre-release event. Into a Elenda, Saint of the Dusk, white, black, and 2, Vampire Knight, lifelink, hexproof from instants. As long as your life total is greater than your starting life total, Elenda gets +1/+1 and has menace. She gets an additional +5/+5 as long as your life total is at least 10 greater than your starting life total. So that's kind of fun. So you're going for some straight commander damage with that if you're running her as your commander, and she is nice and foily. Into a Blossoming Sands, and then our token. Pack number 3. Get these. Oh, and then there we have another Heir Apparent. Ooh, an Imprisoned in the Moon. Great, great enchantment aura that will let you turn off a creature, turn off a land, turn off a planeswalker. It does give your enemies access to another land because you're going to turn whatever into a land, but this is a great way to deal with some big threats. Excited to see that got a big reprint. Into Alicia, who laughs at death, black, red, and 1, first strike 2/2, When she attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on her. At the beginning of your end step, if you attacked this turn, return target creature with mana value less than or equal to Alicia's power from your graveyard to the battlefield. So you're just bringing stuff back from the yard onto the battlefield. So that's pretty good. Into an Eaten Alive, and a Plains, and another Rat. Pack number 4. Nothing fantastic in the commons, as we would expect. Another Secluded Courtyard, which is good for your tribal decks. Vampire Nighthawk. Into a High Fae Trickster. Blue and 3 flash flying. You may cast spells as though they had flash. For a 4/2 Fae Wizard. So that's pretty good. So they themselves have flash, and then it gives all of your stuff flash, so you can place stuff on your opponent's turns. Into a Hungry Ghoul, Thornwood Falls, and then an art card. Pack number 5. Nothing too fancy there. Uncommons. Balmore Battle Mage. Blanchwood Armor. Revenge of the Rats. And then a Curator of Destinies. Okay, 2 blue and 4. This spell cannot be countered. Whenever this creature enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library and separate them into a face-down pile and a face-up pile. An opponent chooses one of those piles, put that pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. So doing your standard Sphinxy stuff, it can't be countered. So you are going to get that trigger. You're going to get that creature. Yeah, I would put this right into my my Toy Maker deck because it's Factor Fiction on a stick. It's tribal Factor Fiction, so you're looking at all these abilities making opponents make choices. So I like that. That's pretty good. Into a Brineborn Cutthroat, and a land, and then a food token. Pack number 6, I think. Best green card, Land of War Elves, right there. All right. Brazen Scourge, Rune Sealed Wall, Vampire Gourmand, into a Scooze, the Scavenging Ooze, green and 1. It's a 2/2 ooze. Exile pay green to exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature, put a 1/1 counter on this creature and you gain a life. So this is classic Magic right here. It's been around forever and a day. Into a Drake Hatcher. What is this? Blue and 1 for a human wizard. Vigilance and Prowess. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, put that many incubation counters on it. Remove 3 incubation counters from this creature. Create a 2/2 blue Drake creature token with flying. Interesting. So Prowess, I think, is you cast an instant or sorcery, it gets +1/+0. So you make it bigger. So that when it hits, it deals that much more. You put that many more incubation counters on it, so that you can make more Drakes. Okay, interesting. Foil Evolving Wilds, Windscar Crag into another art card. Pack number 7. Love to see another Heir Apparent out of these packs. For a common, they have been hard to find. Brazen Scourge again. Another Rune Sealed Wall. Another Vampire Gourmand. Goblin Negotiator into a Slag Storm. 2 red and 1. Slag Storm deals 3 damage to each creature, or it deals 3 damage to each player. Interesting. Okay. Into a Strongbox Raider, and then a Forest, and a Food. Alright, nothing too out of the box, I guess. Alright. Crypt Feaster. So just going through these commons. Then we've got Savannah Lions, Warden of the Cycle, Self-Reflection, into a Flame Wake Phoenix, 2 red and 1 for a 2/2 Flying Hasty Phoenix. Attacks each combat if able. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you may pay red. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, so it just does Phoenixy things. Lets you bring it back from the graveyard if it has died. Into a Valkyrie's Call. Okay, so this is our first mythic from the box. 2 red and 3 for an enchantment. Whenever a non-token, non-angel creature you control dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. It has flying and is an angel in addition to its other types. Okay, I kind of like that. Into a Dazzling Angel. And a Scoured Barrens. Into another token. And then last but not least, pack number 9. Let's see if we get something good. Alright, another Offer You Cannot Refuse. Cat Collector. Deadwing Scavenger. Vengeful Blood Witch. Into Sylvan Scavenging. 2 green and 1. For an enchantment, at the beginning of your end step, choose one. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Create a 3/3 green raccoon creature token if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Okay. Well, that can be very helpful, making your stuff bigger or giving you more bodies. I like that. That's pretty good. Into a Big Fin Bouncer. Swiftwater Cliffs, and then a Rise of the Dark Realms art card. Well, there you have it. That is everything that we've got from this bundle box of Magic the Gathering Foundations. So we've got some pretty okay hits, I think. You know, I haven't seen this Alanda again. I'm excited to get another Leyline Axe. And I think this Sylvan Scavenging has some interesting possibilities to it. Same with this Valkyrie's Call. I really like that. So we've got some really good cards out of it. We've got 2 Heir Apparents. Only 30 to go to make a Heir Apparent deck. And then to get 2 more of these Offer You Can't Refuse. Those are fantastic counterspell cards. Once again, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning into this episode of Breaking Boxes. Again, as a thank you, here are 2 more codes for Magic the Gathering Arena for hanging out with me as I go through this bundle box of Magic the Gathering Foundations. Don't forget to give us a like, give us a subscribe, turn on those notifications so that you know when I drop the next video, whether that be a video here, either it's an episode of Breaking Boxes, Arena Antics, Cardboard Review, or War Council, or one of the short videos where we do just a quick pack opening. I appreciate all of y'all hanging out with me as we open these packs. I am working on trying to come up with a live stream that we can do where we open a box together. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. I'm going to try to do one hopefully this December. So once again, I'm Seth, your Mild Mannered Mage, wishing everybody some happy magicking. Y'all take it easy.